Hello, this is Novi, the stylish Asian man, and welcome to Vlog 007. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good week? So it's my weekend, and I'm looking forward to resting and sleeping. I've just finished a week of work, and it's 4 p.m. on a Friday here in Brisbane, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. But I'm not sure if I'm going to have a very restful weekend because tomorrow I plan to join the rally. It's about the Black Lives Matter rally. It's about showing solidarity for the black people in the United States that are having of an issue at the moment with the police brutality that's happening there. I think it's important that even though we're not directly affected by it, to participate in matters of human rights, because this is a very important civic rights matter. And even though I'm not directly affected by it, it's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I care for. It's what I've studied law for, to be able to participate in promoting a sense of order and a sense of justice. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have a rest. When I woke up this morning, I was feeling a bit ill, but it got better throughout the day, and I'm gonna be fine. I just need to make sure that I drink plenty of fluids, have vitamin C, and have a very good night's rest. Well, anyway, how about you? How are you doing? I'll talk to you later. I think it's very important to go beyond yourself during these times and try to advocate for the things that truly matter. And this issue is a human rights issue, and I'm passionate about human rights. It has been a long week for me, 5 days of working straight morning shifts, and I'm not really a morning person, so it's been a struggle, but I survived. I'm happy with it, and yeah, it's part of adulting, working and making sure that I'm responsible enough to look after myself. So now that we're talking about the issue of social injustice that is happening in the United States at the moment, why do I think it's important to talk about it? I think it's important to talk about it because it is a basic human rights issue. Even if I'm not directly affected by it, it's something that I need to care for, because as a human being, it is my responsibility to look after my fellow human beings, and it's your responsibility to the black people in the United States and all over the world have suffered hundreds and hundreds of years of prejudice, and it's time that it stops. And it can only happen if we show solidarity to them as well. It has been going on for such a long time, and unless we do something about it, it's gonna continue. I've also written a blog article about the issue as well. It's about our global citizenship. It's about how I relate to people who may not have something in common with me at the very outset, but people I relate to on a very human level. People like Michelle Obama, who dreamt of reaching higher, of doing something great, or of Zosie Tunzi, who encouraged her fellow South Africans to take up space and cement themselves in the society. And that's what I've been doing all my life too. I've been trying to not become a wallflower and participate in things that matter and try to achieve something in the society for me to get to a position of influence and power, not for myself, but for the people that I represent. And I have a friend at work. She's black, she's Muslim, she's a woman, and I wanted to challenge her to speak up too, because the things that are happening right now are evidences of social injustice. I wanted her to speak up. I wanted to give her a platform to let her voice be heard. And in our conversations, it was so interesting because I needed answers about what she's feeling, about what she thinks of the situation. But to my surprise, instead of telling me answers, she gave me a lesson instead. And this is about lesson, and this lesson is about seeing a person for their individuality and not seeing them as a token representation of their race, of their color, of their sex. And that was such an eye-opener for me, because I realized that maybe I was part of the problem too. And because of that, I now devote myself to learning more about the problem, about learning more about the issue, because I think it's something that many people are still ignorant about. We still categorize people. We still think of people as generic representation of their race, of their nationality, and I think it's very wrong. It's a lesson that I learned now. And I promise to myself that I will be more individualistic, that I will try to see people for who they really are and not just a caricature or a representation of their race, of their nationality. And I think if people do this, if you do this, the world will be a better place to live in. At the end of the day, we are all citizens of the world, and every human being should deserve the same sense of justice, the same basic human rights, and we all deserve to live life in a way where we are free to speak what's on our mind, to be free to live and be free from ridicule, from discrimination, and free to reach the dreams that we have for ourselves. So that's it for me today. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.